Welcome to Five, Fortitude, Innovative Value, and Excellence, where we are amplifying women's voices. And today we have another heavy hitter, Miss Karriema Calhoun. I am so excited that you have decided to join me and be a guest on this show, series, episode, whatever. But I'm so glad that you decided to join me because I've been wanting to know more about your business and what you do. And so I'm so excited. So tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Look, heavy hitter, I will receive all of that. Look, that's not how I have been referring to myself, but I receive that. If I start saying that, I'm gonna be like, well, Ashley said it, so I'm going with it.
You are.
So again, my name is Karriema. I am from a small town in the upstate called Calhoun Falls. Mm-hmm. Most people have not heard of it. However, Calhoun Falls is it's in the upstate. And I've managed to, I guess, kind of navigate my way down the state. Of course, went to Carolina. I've been in Charleston for 13 years. And yeah, here I am. Launched a business at the beginning of the pandemic, trying to figure out like, hey, what am I going to do with all this time on my hands versus cooking, baking, all this other stuff. I was like, you know what? Really have been wanting to launch this resume writing thing. So I've been resume writing for 10 years. And I've been copywriting probably a little bit longer, ever since college. All these things that people did not know that I have been doing behind the scenes. I said, you know what? It's time to put it on the table. Everybody else has been launching businesses. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. Like seeing other people has been really inspiring. And I think the month before things got crazy with the pandemic, I went to this community group, Tuesdays Together, and just really got a lot of inspiration from other small business owners about how they got started, how they wanted to get started. And I left there just really feeling like, you know what, my birthday gift to myself is going to be launching my business. Awesome. So that's what I did last year, and just celebrated a year, 2 months ago almost. Yay. And it's been good. It's been really good. It's been a learning experience. It's been a little stressful at times. Booked and busy means something totally different to me now. I think what people don't tell you is that booked and busy can also mean burnt out. But yeah,
right.
That's
right.
That's something else. But we're gonna get to booked and busy and balanced. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. Right. But yeah, it's been good. It's something I'm really passionate about. Having a degree in journalism and mass communications, then going on and working in project management, working in cybersecurity, working in IT. I've done all these different things, and people are like, "How?" I'm like, my resume and a little finesse. Like it's all in being strategic. We have the transferable skills that we can apply to any position. So I have worked with a lot of people, and we've been able to get a lot of success from that, revamping their resumes and moving on to get more money, better jobs, better work-life balance, promotions, or getting to where they really want to be. So it's been good.
One of my first questions to you, Ms. Karriema, what are some of the things that you would recommend people would do when they're talking about updating their resume, especially now, right? Pandemic, people are looking for jobs. The governor just said, hey, in June, at the end of June, no more unemployment, emergency pandemic unemployment funds. So, what do you recommend people are doing to update their resumes, or what are some of the advice that you can give for updating your resume?
So the main thing that I always tell people when it comes to updating their resumes is don't be modest. Your resume has to speak for you before you can speak for yourself. So when it comes time to applying for these jobs, guess what? You need to put your best self out there. Like making a few updates to the resume that you've been keeping since college, or the resume that, you you've had, you know, for a while, and you haven't really been intentional about updating it or revamping it for the direction that you really want to go in. No, like it's time for a revamp, or in some cases, it's time to start from scratch. But I always tell people, do not be modest. Like if there was ever a time to sell yourself, look, it is on your resume.
Right.
So that's like, that's always like number one thing I tell people. And the second thing is to have a strong professional summary. Like when you open your resume, I'm all about a strong opening. I do not want to see an objective statement. Everybody's objective after a certain point is to get a full-time job or to get a job that utilizes their, utilizes their skills, where they can grow with the company, whatever the case may be. Guess what? That's all of our objective.
Right.
That's not what anybody wants to see. We want to see what you bring to the table. So whether you're calling it your professional summary, your career profile, summary of qualifications, you know, it's called a lot of different things, but you need to have a strong opener to your resume.
Okay, very good, very good. I also have heard and noticed that there are a lot of things that we used to put on our resumes a long time ago, but now we don't need it so much, right? So do we need, tell us, what are some of the things that we don't need on our resume that we used to put? Because when I would write my resume, I'm still putting what college I graduated from, what my major was, what year. Still putting like, what else am I've noticed people are putting pictures on their resume now, or have done that. Like, what? No, okay, no, don't do
No
that.
pictures.
You don't want to see my
No
face?
pictures. No pictures. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Most companies use applicant tracking system software, so an ATS system. And those systems do not read pictures, they read words. So a lot of times, like you having that picture in there is just going to be confusing to the system. It's not doing anything with it. If you're sending your resume to, you know, a person, perhaps, okay, I could see it on there. But if you're submitting it through one of those systems,
don't
nope.
put your picture.
Don't put
your picture on the resume if you're submitting it through a system. Okay.
And some of the things that I would say to go ahead and take off: one, your address. Think about you know, posting your resume now on LinkedIn and other like public job sites. You don't want your address all over the internet. You know, like people can already go and look for things,
right,
you know, if they really know where to go and get it from.
Right.
But the last thing you want is for where you live to be front and center on any public forum.
Right.
And chances are these people are not going to send you anything, like if like they're not mailing you anything.
Right.
So when it comes to your address, leave that for the application. When they're like, okay, you know what? We love where this is going. We're going to extend you an offer. Here's the application for you to go ahead and fill out. That's when they want your address. Or when they're onboarding you, the HR people will get your address. You like contact information, email address, phone number, professional email address at that.
Not pookie,
not sexy somebody, not hot girl summer somebody at no,
not that one.
Your first name dot last name is acceptable.
Not hot girl summer 2021.
Oh my goodness. I have seen some. And then, you know, a while back, everybody was sexy somebody. So some people still got those email addresses that they use. And no, get rid of it.
So no, let's update our email, get a professional email. Okay. Awesome. So with your business, you also help with writing resumes. Do you also help with negotiating pay as well? Like how, you know, negotiating like a starting pay, or maybe negotiating, you know, maybe somebody has gotten an offer from somebody and you're like, hey, let's do a counter one because we feel like you provide so much more. Do you?
Oh yeah, I do. So there have been cases where, and I guess it's a little bit of like all of the above. So there have been cases where clients will come to me and be like, hey, this was my offer. I'm like, okay, we're going to counter. And this is, let's go into it with this letter, just kind of listing out, this is where, kind of negotiating, kind of, at least trying to meet in the middle. Or if they're lowballing you, like, hey, this is where I want to be. So, in some cases it's like, oh, okay, this is a great offer. And then other cases it's like, oh, okay, I definitely want to counter. And also, people need to get into, the mindset that it's not always about your salary. You can counter offer, when it comes to benefits. You can counter offer when it comes to, flexibility. Let's say, the position, they want you to come into the office and you're like, oh, I need 2 to 3 virtual days a week or whatever the case may be. So you can negotiate other things other than salaries too.
Awesome. Okay.
And then also salary negotiation wise, if you have good rapport with your employer and you have been putting in, some extra time and effort since the pandemic, and you really have some things that, these are all the things that I've done. I work with, actually, I've done this for a few clients, but one in particular, we negotiated the salary for her current position, and just, all the things that she has done since joining the team, and completely wowed her employer. And so was able to negotiate a 25% salary increase.
Wow.
And she also got 2 bonuses. And she recently just got another salary increase. And this has all happened within a 6-month time period.
Awesome. Well, you talking about, you don't know about a heavy hitter, girl. You're getting people more money, bonuses, benefits, flex it, girl. Oh my gosh, awesome.
Sometimes we get so in this whole mind, the mindset of we take what we've been given, or we accept what we've been given. No, it's time now. You know what? I deserve more. Like, do not settle. Like, first of all, don't settle, period. But definitely when you deserve more, when you deserve better. And when it comes to the job market, it's like, look, if you don't ask, somebody else is.
Absolutely.
So let's negotiate. Let's talk.
What is your Black girl magic?
Oh, what is it? I like to say that it's funny. One of my friends told me, I think this was at my birthday celebration. She's like, you're low-key a bully. I'm like, I'm not. I was like, I'm nice. She's like, but no, like, I like to think that I inspire people to do a little bit more, like a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit. We don't give ourselves enough grace. So sometimes it's like, you know what, girl, you can do that, or girl, you don't have to do that, or like, you're amazing. So I feel like it's only a lot of people have done it for me to, build me up, especially the times that I have needed it. So my Black girl magic is definitely to instill that same thing in others. Like, when we are down, when we are like, you know what, I can't do this, or you do all these. Yes, you can. I can't apply for this job. Why not? I'm not there. Yes, you are. Like, there are just so many cases where we talk ourselves out of things before we even give ourselves the chance. So it's like, no, we're going to stop doing that. We're going to look at this differently. We're going to fix our mindsets. And I know I've had to do it, because I used to do all of these things, and I see other people doing it. And it's like, you know what? It's time to fix that. Just like I had to adjust some things, I can help others to adjust some things. So that's my Black girl magic.
Yes. Awesome, Karriema. So tell me a little bit more about Carolina Black Book.
So Carolina Black Book is an online directory of Black-owned businesses in South Carolina. When it comes to wanting to support Black businesses, it's like, sometimes it's so hard finding a single directory, a single source, whatever. It's like, you got to go out here ask the same question that people ask every day. You got to go search for things. You got to go, all through these threads. We wanted to make it easy. We wanted to make it easy to find Black-owned businesses in South Carolina so that you can go to one site. You can filter by city, you can filter by category, and find these businesses. So that's what we're all about. It's absolutely free to get your business on there. We just ask that your business is registered. We ask that you provide a professional photo for us to put on the website, and we just ask that you, give us permission to list you, because we don't want to just add a whole lot of people or add a whole lot of businesses on there, and we don't have their permission to do so. So it's just, a few simple questions. Get us your info, and also we just ask that people have a website and social media, because a lot of times, again, you get these businesses and it's like you don't know where they're, you don't know when they're open, you don't know how to reach them, you don't know the websites, things get broken, links get broken. It's like, okay, we just we need all the technology, all of that in one place on our site. So yeah.
Awesome. And that is up and going. And so if you want to be a part of it, you can just go to that website. So if I want to put my business on there, I can just go to the website, and there is a tab for me to say, hey, enter your business into it, and those questions will come up. So how long does it take for it to, generate for my business to show up on your website?
So once you go to the website, you go to add my business, you fill out the information. After you fill out the information, you will get an automated email just saying, hey, we've received your inquiry, and asking for you to submit your photo, submit your information. So once we receive your photo, we'll send you pretty much just a preview of hey, go to this link, let us know if you have any questions about your listing, or if you would like to make any changes to your listing. And once we get your approval, then it's live. I mean, really, it's really up to how quickly the business owner moves on it, because once we get everything, I mean, we're really ready to get it up there. But I would say probably an average amount of time is probably about a week. Just because, of course, small business owners get busy running the business. So when it comes to sometimes a little bit of email back and forth and reviewing things, that might take a little time. So
okay. So you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you, from their current season now, if you had to pick one character from off that show that I guess you identify the most with, who would that be?
This season is hard because some of them are just all over the place.
Get me started.
I probably would have to say Shamia.
Oh, Shamia. Okay.
I probably have to say Shamia, because you know how sometimes you tend to be in the middle of a lot of other people mess, but you want to kind of keep the peace because you get along with more than just them.
Right.
Yeah, I probably identify the most with her because I can definitely, I've been there, and to a certain extent, I'm probably there in some situations now, but yeah. Because everybody else, I'm like, with the craziness that they've been on this season, especially their trip to South Carolina.
Right.
Girl, look, down here in Charleston.
About to say your backyard, in your backyard. Thank you so much, Karriema, for joining us on 5 Fortitude, Innovative Value, and Excellence. And you guys stay tuned for our next guest. Bye-bye.